Welcome back to Endfield. Lately I've been struggling to get my characters built, so in this video we're going to be getting the AIC set up and looking infrastructure to absolutely colonize this world. Now you might be asking, oh, the game's been out for a week. Why have you not set up your AIC yet? Okay, I know. I've been taking the game my own pace, not wanting to blow through all the content at launch. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I didn't have a little bit of PTSD from how the base was handled in Arknights. Products received, resources received, but you can only put off this section of the game for so long. So this is where we're going to be setting up our first base. At this early stage in the game, we're going to be focusing on making bug capsules, batteries, and explosives. I have kind of an idea on how to set this up, but I'm really still figuring stuff out on the way. But what better way to set this up than a time lapse? You ready? Let's go. And we're done, at least for now. With this setup, we should now be producing butt capsules, explosives, and batteries. Now, this probably isn't the most efficient design, but it's what I came up with at the moment. As you can see here, there is some clogging problems, and I appear to not have enough amethyst. I'm not sure it's because I have not set up enough mining rigs, but there is some bottlenecking in the design. But as much as I want to, I can't spend all day setting this up. If we are to make any more meaningful progress in our base, we are going to need to unlock Ferrium, which is the next ore on the pipeline. In order to reach that, we do have to progress the story, so I'll cut to that. Okay, so the file for Yvonne's story quest ended up getting corrupted. I do still have a lingering question left over from the quest, which I'd like to know. Thick tails or thin tails? Do debate about it in the comments. Personally, I'm leaning more towards thick tails, as Tommy Me does make a very strong case. But if you disagree, do let me know why, so that I can tell you that you're wrong. Anyways, with that out of the way, we can now upgrade our Nexus. Jesus Christ, this really is like the original Arknights base. Let's go ahead and construct the... Okay, and there we go. The growth chamber. This place is looking pretty good. It's got its own edible garden here. Ah, so this is how you synthesize ascension material. Oh! Continuing on the story, we would meet Wolfgard's younger sister, who is adorable.
Erlika, you're already here, and I was... Oh, huh? Hold on. Is it my dream, or the Endmin is here?
Close enough. Welcome back, Project Red.
I am Rosina Wolfberlupino, prima elite of the pack, future capo, and strong arm of the dawn.
It's nice how Arknights' English dub takes a chance on having multiple different accents.
It's eating right through my eyes.
Oh my god. Up until this point, we still had a stack of missions marked important, which we needed to do in order to progress our base any further. And that's when I met the Pan.
You're pretty big yourself, and you're carrying a huge walk on your back. You're taking up 2.5 spaces already.
The walk puts food on my table. You all know how important it is, so enough.
Crazy that there's 2 gacha games that feature playable pandas that are wearing walks. The walk's still on his back. You guys lying about needing that walk.
People to safety. Top, people. Let's go get the crew.
Alright, everyone say zipline. Zipline. So after setting up camp with the Pan and building a few Ferrium plants nearby, I set out to level my characters when I realized a bunch of ascension materials were locked behind the story, and so I set out. Here's the result of that. Gotta defend sweet girl. Was this sweet girl? Is she dead? Whoa, whoa.
We taught them a lesson.
Hey. I'll pretend I didn't see that. Oh, no way.
Come l'Endmin?
L'Endmin lo sa.
They're giving us fan service between these two already.
Prima facciamoli fuori. Careful, Endmin!
The shockwave. It has been blocked.
We can use these.
The Endmin is a defender. I was expecting a large explosion or something. Kinda just despawned. This thing's a charger from Helldivers.
Maybe even repave the roads.
Have I found a shortcut? Nope, I'm gonna die. Ah. You know what this whole sequence reminds me of? This whole sequence is just a parkour section from Root of Nightmares. From Destiny 2. Man, you remember the announced Destiny collab? What happened to that? Rosie's such a simp for the administrator. After all that, we at last had access to materials that we needed to ascend our characters. And here it is, right behind this blight. Finally! Since I'm here, I might as well just set these up. Can finally level up Colonel Sanders, and do the same for Adele. There we go, everyone's fully leveled. All that was left was some finishing touches to our base. And luckily, the game knew just the right person to call for the job. Oh no, not you again. This is exactly what we need. Thank you, Administrator. And there we go. Our refugee camp has been raised to level 3. Well, this whole place is starting to look pretty nice. They got their own little bakery here. That's pretty cute. Yeah, this place is looking pretty legit. Now, as much as I want to continue working on the base, that's all we have time for today. We managed to establish a Farium line to get our units geared up. And we also upgraded many of our camps. Now, if it isn't evident enough, I am still experimenting with the format of these videos. I tried to do more of a playthrough format. Do let me know if you enjoy this sort of thing, or if you prefer more scripted style content. But as of now, I'll see you administrators next time. Oh my god, they added farming.